Every cat owner thinks their indoor cat is happy. They eat on schedule, they nap in their favorite spot, they still curl up beside you at night. But none of that actually tells you how your cat feels emotionally, because cats are wired to hide that part completely. Today, we're breaking down 6 signs that reveal what's really going on and how to respond to each one. Cats carry an instinct that goes back thousands of years. The instinct to hide anything that makes them look vulnerable. That instinct never disappeared just because your cat now lives indoors with a soft bed and a full food bowl. So when something is emotionally off, your cat doesn't announce it. They just show it somewhere else, in small shifts most owners never think to look for. Let's go through all 6 of them. Sign 6. Sleeping noticeably more than usual. If your cat has suddenly become a lot harder to find, this one's for you. 12 to 16 hours of sleep a day is normal for cats, so this sign can be tricky to catch, but there's a difference between healthy, restful sleep and what feline behaviorists call withdrawal sleep. Healthy sleep happens in bursts, often in sunny spots or high perches. Withdrawal sleep is heavier, tucked away in low, hidden places, with your cat harder to rouse and less interested in the sounds around them. This usually happens because when a cat feels understimulated or emotionally flat, sleep becomes a kind of escape. What owners often miss is the location and quality of the sleep, not just the amount. A cat sleeping 12 hours on your lap is very different from one sleeping 14 hours behind the couch. Don't force interaction. Gently increase the appeal of your cat's environment instead. Rotate toys, add a new perch by a window, and create small pockets of stimulation throughout the day. Sometimes nothing in their world feels worth waking up for. Sign 5. Loss of interest in play. A cat who suddenly ignores their favorite toy is telling you something. This one catches owners off guard because play can feel like a personality trait, but it's actually tied to emotional state. A cat that used to pounce on toys or chase a laser pointer and suddenly stops isn't just growing out of it. Play is one of the clearest signs of a cat's internal well-being. Feline behavior experts believe play is closely linked to a cat's sense of safety and contentment. When a cat feels stressed or flat, their brain deprioritizes anything that isn't essential. What owners usually miss is assuming this is just about age, but a decline in a previously playful adult cat is a change from their own baseline. Experiment before you worry. Try different toys, short high-energy bursts instead of long sessions, and watch whether your cat ever initiates play on their own. If that spark is completely gone, it's worth taking seriously. Sign 4. Excessive hiding. There's hiding, and then there's disappearing. Every cat hides sometimes. That's normal. It's woven into their instincts. But if your cat used to greet you at the door and now retreats to a closet the moment you walk in, that's a different story entirely. Hiding is self-protective. When a cat feels overwhelmed, tucking away reduces how much they have to process. It's not personal. What owners usually miss is the frequency and the trigger. Hiding during a thunderstorm is normal. Hiding most of the day, every day, especially during previously enjoyable moments, is not. Resist the urge to pull your cat out of hiding that often backfires. Make their hiding spot feel like a safe home base, sit nearby without forcing interaction, and let them choose to come out. Calm presence rebuilds trust better than direct engagement. Sign 3. Reduced interaction with you. This is the sign that hurts most to notice. It's a cat who still eats, still sleeps, still moves around the house normally, but no longer seeks you out the way they used to. Maybe they used to follow you room to room, and now they just stay put. Veterinary behaviorists often observe that cats form genuine attachment bonds with their owners, and when that fades, it's rarely because the cat cares less. More often, the effort of connection just feels like too much. What owners usually miss is that they lower their own effort in response without realizing it, and a small gap slowly widens through mutual withdrawal. Reintroduce connection in low-pressure ways. Sit near your cat without demanding attention, talk to them calmly while doing something else, and offer brief interactions throughout the day. Cats often re-engage gradually, on their own terms. Sign 2. Over-grooming. A little grooming is normal. This is when it stops being that. There's a threshold where grooming stops being maintenance and becomes a coping mechanism. Thinning fur, bald patches, or grooming the same spot repeatedly is no longer about hygiene. Grooming triggers a calming response in cats, similar to how some people bite their nails when anxious. In moderate amounts, it's healthy, but with chronic stress, it can spiral into something compulsive. What owners usually miss is assuming it's purely a skin issue, which it can be, so a vet visit is always the right first step. Once medical causes are ruled out, over-grooming becomes one of the most telling signs of emotional distress. Focus on identifying the underlying stress rather than just stopping the behavior. Has anything changed recently? A new pet? A new schedule? Moved furniture? Creating predictability and calm in their environment often reduces the urge on its own. Sign 1. Decline in curiosity. Watch what your cat stops noticing. It says more than you'd think. Cats are naturally curious. They investigate new smells, watch birds outside, explore boxes, and that curiosity is a sign of psychological engagement with the world around them. When a cat becomes persistently disinterested, when a new box sits untouched, or a bird outside doesn't earn a glance, it often reflects something deeper than boredom. Studies suggest reduced environmental engagement can be tied to emotional withdrawal, a kind of learned disinterest where the world stops feeling worth investigating. What owners usually miss is that this decline is gradual, easy to normalize, until that's just how they are, now replaces the memory of how curious they used to be. If any of these signs sounded familiar, please don't panic, and please don't feel guilty. Your cat isn't trying to be difficult, and you haven't failed them. They're communicating in the only language they have. The fact that you're here, watching this, paying attention, already puts you ahead of most cat owners. Small moments of intentional connection make a bigger difference than most people realize. A few minutes of calm presence, a little extra novelty in their day, patience instead of pressure. That's often all it takes to help your cat feel safe and engaged again. So I'd love to know, which of these 6 signs surprised you the most? Has your cat shown any of these behaviors? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If this video helped you understand your cat a little better, give it a like and subscribe for more cat psychology content, and check out the related video linked right here.